All right, good morning, people. It's happening. It's Tuesday afternoon. Just finished the gym session. I would like to apologize in advance. I skipped the challenge for yesterday, so I'm gonna combine today and yesterday together. I believe that yesterday was where I'm at right now, and today, what's my uniqueness? All right, so let's start, guys. Where I'm at right now. So, as you already know, just in the US for 2 years, happily married since April. General manager, sorry about that, from a French restaurant in San Diego. And where I'm at right now, I feel accomplished, at least in the career that I started when I was just 15, 16 years old. You know, like I fixed my goal up to 30 years old, which was to become a GM of a restaurant by that time, which I achieved at 28 years old. And that's pretty much it. In fact, I never thought any further. I never dreamed any further than this. So, you know, as soon as I reached my goal when I was 28, 29, still living in Asia, I got a little bit lost because I never planned after. You know, it was clear to me that I wanted to use this as a platform for me to start a new career, a new industry, a new life. And if I was failing, to be able to come back to the hospitality industry with a comfortable situation. So this is it, guys. I think I achieved everything that I ever wanted to achieve in hospitality. Between the types of restaurant, the professional I surrounded myself around the world, some of the best chefs, the best leaders, the best professionals, the best restaurant group and hotels. You know, so I feel like I became very much bulletproof in this industry. So where I'm at right now, you know, I think I always had something to prove to myself. I was always in constant competition, focusing on growth, fighting with everybody. It was a bit me against the world. I had something to prove. Coming from a dark ghetto of Paris, you know, like I wanted to show that I wasn't a failure, especially that we really much grew up in the hip-hop world, where me too, I wanted to make my million. I just wanted to become a millionaire. I convinced myself since we were in high school that, okay, this was it. I will break through and I will make this dream happen. And so far, I believe that from 99% of all my childhood friends, I went way above and beyond than everybody else that I recall so far, from at least in my career, maybe not in life, but at least in career-wise. The opportunities that I created for myself, I think, were absolutely outstanding. And so now here I am. This is why I speak about necessity to get out of the restaurant world. I don't want to be stuck in the four walls anymore. You know, like I want to go deeper. I want to go beyond. I want to express myself. And I still, of course, want to have a certain financial success. But now I feel like I'm more at peace, you know. I don't have the necessity to prove something to myself anymore. And now I want to give back. I want to give back the opportunities that the life gave me. I want to share my wisdom. I want to share my failure. I want to share my challenges, you know, and I want to help the people to break through as well, you know, like, especially that we all come from a middle class family, you know, with not the same opportunities, with a school system which is designed to make us good followers and not building leaders. So here is, I want the people all around me to realize that everything is possible, that they can make it happen if they want to dream big, you know, to believe in their dream, to embrace and to don't be shy, to be proud about all those things. And so here I stand right now, which brings me to the next point, is about why do I feel unique? You know, I feel unique by the education that I received from my parents, who had the chance to travel all over the world as well, to have cultured parents, and especially my dad, who didn't have any parents, that created such an incredible life for himself. A life of sun, beach, money, success, endeavors, health, friends around the world. And he was really my example during all my life. My dad is the person that has the closest to me, which continued to be my best friend, my mentor, my big brother, my challenger, and now he's 66 and continue to outsmart me still every day. Has more energy than ever. Continue to kill it. Just moved to Senegal after living 5 years in Ecuador. So, you know, like just being, my dad keeps humbling me every single day and continue to serve me as a huge guidance for everything. So I'm so grateful that he gave me such an open mind that allowed me to not believe anything. You know, he never pushed me to believe this or that, to understand what's right, what's wrong, but to always force me to create my own opinion about things. And I think this is really helpful because I didn't have those barriers in my mind, those walls that stops me to think that something could be or not could be possible, that something was right or wrong. And I think very, very grateful still every day about it. Now my uniqueness, I think that I created for myself. You know, like it started very young. Since I was 3 years old, since I was 6 years old, I never spent more than 3 years in a single and same space. I was constantly moving due to my dad's job, to the alcoholic problem of my mom. And when I was a child, it was like a big sufferance. You know, I was suffering because I was always the newbie everywhere. I wasn't respected. I always had to, you know, to be part of groups of friends that weren't mine. And, you know, like, you know how kids are, always very difficult, sometimes bullying, especially with the newbies, you know. So I left that kind of things. And when I arrived to 10, 11 years old, I realized that I wasn't at home anywhere, but I was home everywhere because I had friends in the north, in the south, east, west. It's something that I took at my own advantage. And very early, as soon as I got my hospitality diploma, I flew out. I left France when I was barely 18 or 19. You know, I had the chance to risk it and to apply in all the biggest 5-star hotel in Paris, and I got hired in the oldest and best 3 Michelin star restaurant in Paris. You know, so when I was barely 19 years old, just got my diploma, I was already an internationally recognized professional, and this boosted my career very much. I moved to London for 3 years. Then for Wolfgang Puck, I started working for Cut, got promoted 3 times. The director of operation of the group, one of the partners, sent me to Singapore for the opening of Spago on top of Marina Bay Sands, which I stayed 2 years. I decided flying out, and I moved to Bali to get out of this capitalism and corporate world. Then, which I truly learned about myself during that time. Then I moved to Hong Kong for another 3 years, working my ass off. It was like a military service, but so far the best experience of my life, before almost reaching a burnout. Went for a sabbatical in Europe, South America, before finally moving to the US, which I already talked about. And I think definitely travels is something that makes you it's one of the only things that makes you richer. First of all, you know, learning about different culture, different habits, different people, different backgrounds. Met friends from all over the world, from all different nationalities. Been able to discover food, landscape, geography, history, taste, you know, fashion, you know, all those kind of things. And you realize that the world is not so different anywhere, you know. Like, people are the same. They want the same thing. They just have a different manner to express it. And I think those travels brought me the wisdom, the grit, you know, the ambition to keep going and thriving by being alone. You know, I didn't depend on nobody. I just wanted to make my route. For nuclear 6 years, I stayed like a submarine, where silence radio. I didn't talk to barely nobody from the past, and I just wanted to discover myself, my true self, you know, making my mistakes, making my successes, and just come back as a new man. And I think this is what really helped me so far to bring this uniqueness. And I was very scared when I arrived to the US that I wasn't ready to get back to a white world people, that I wouldn't fit. And in fact, this experience has been very successful. You know, it taught me about how to embrace hardship, how to embrace failure, you know, to believe in myself, to believe in my guts, to create myself like an identity and a philosophy of life, most of all. And as I mentioned, like in a couple of past videos now, I feel settled, I'm married, I'm in love, I'm not on the run anymore, I'm finally at peace. And I think like I'm finally trying to discover my true self, and now I'm ready for the breakthrough. I'm ready to reinvent myself. I'm ready to explore new opportunities, new partnerships. I know what I want, and most of all, I know what I don't want anymore for myself, for my close ones, for my people, and for my future too. So here we are, guys. I tried to condense it as early as possible. I close it down right under 10 minutes video. I love you all. Thank you for listening until the end. Take care. The sky is blue. The life is beautiful. And take care, guys. One love. See you soon.